government understands that while macroeconomic stability is critical to improving the quality of life and standard of living of our people, it is by no means sufficient. We hear you, we have listened, and we have done what we have always done, Madam Speaker, is to respond and to act. In an effort to facilitate growth of the MSME sector, and just in keeping with the cumulative movement in the consumer price index over the 8 years between 2016 and today, we will be amending the Income Tax Act to increase the maximum participating voting share capital of companies listed on the Junior Stock Exchange from $500 million to $750 million. There's been significant public sentiment concerning the customs de minimis value and passenger duty-free allowances. This increased discourse has been fueled by changes in the global macroeconomic environment and increase in e-commerce activities. E-commerce sales are 5.2 trillion around the world, and increased growth is attributable to the convenience, accessibility, and vast product selection offered by e-commerce facilities. And mobile devices, improved internet infrastructure, and secure payment systems have further fueled the expansion of e-commerce, adding to the increased usage. Increasing the de minimis value on imported goods will facilitate access to a wider variety of goods to local consumers and will facilitate more activity in the local economy by way of intermediaries and shipping companies eager to capitalize and increase activities. So effective April, Madam Speaker, the de minimis value for imported goods will be increased from $50 US dollars to $100 US dollars. This is expected to cost $864 million. With increasing passenger inflows into our country, our airports sometimes get congested. They get crowded, especially in the high season. It can take time to make one's way through the lines, including the line to clear customs, if there are no goods to declare. Passengers traveling with dutiable items with a value not exceeding $1,000 would be able to enjoy expedited processing, significantly improving passenger flow through our international airports and providing immeasurable value to the Jamaican experience. Effective April 2024, the duty-free threshold for personal and household effects will be increased from $500 US dollars to $1,000 US dollars. In an effort to provide further protection for this vulnerable group, it is proposed that the annual pension exemption and the age relief exemption be both increased from $80,000 to $250,000. The pensioner aged 65 years and over will now enjoy a total income tax threshold of the as of now, 1.5 million plus the 250,000 plus the 250,000, Madam Speaker, for a total income tax threshold of $2,176, and age 55 and over will be $1,750,000. The estimated revenue loss associated with this increase in the pension exemption is $1 billion, Madam Speaker, and the measures to take effect in the first quarter of fiscal year 24-25. I'm pleased to announce the implementation of a reverse tax credit for all Jamaicans, Madam Speaker, who contribute to the system, contribute statutories and otherwise, and earn under $3 million and under. The reverse tax credit, Madam Speaker, means that every registered taxpayer who, in the completed fiscal year, did their part of contributing to society, whether through PAYE or being self-employed, and who earn under that threshold, Madam Speaker, this government will provide for them a reverse tax credit, Madam Speaker, a tax credit, cash credit of $20,000. There's going to be an established system for the processing and payment of the reverse tax credit to be managed by the Tax Administration Jamaica. This will take some time to set up before it's ready, because we want to set it up in a way that is durable so that the mechanism can be potentially available again in the future. There have been calls for an increase in the threshold for personal income tax. These calls have been made on the basis that the threshold was last adjusted in the 2017-18 year, 7 fiscal years ago. I'm announcing that effective April 2024, the income tax threshold on personal income tax will move from $1.5 million to $1.7 million, Madam Speaker. This will cost approximately $9 billion. Make no mistake about it. We are leveraging our macroeconomic stability to the people's benefit.